Hey guys, thanks for watching. So this video is about a new tackle box I've had to get. So in my last videos, I mentioned that I had my original toolbox, not my toolbox, so my tackle box stolen off the back of my ute. Now that happened in Geraldton. Unfortunately, I only realised halfway back to Perth, and it's reported at the police, but I've got buck-legged chance of ever seeing it again. But it wasn't so much the cost involved. There was a few $100 worth of just lures, like cheaper lures, hooks, sinkers, fishing line, even my dad's old skin diving knife he had from as a kid. But it wasn't the money, it is the time and effort that I put into buying the bits and pieces that I needed. And it wasn't just I went in one day and spent a few $100s on stuff. It was I bought it as I needed it. So it was set up for me. And the fact that I got that, had a bit of attachment to, of all things, a fishing knife. Because my dad's one from like I said, skin diving. Now, it's all been reported to police. There's not much else. Buckley chance of ever seeing it again. Good if I did. So, anyway, on to the new tackle box. Now, funny enough, I went to Bunnings and Sydney Tools and a couple of places, and I was looking at metal. I normally have more trust in metal, but unfortunately, as we all know, salt water and metal don't mix. So, plastic, which is why most tackle boxes, if not all of them, are plastic, because it doesn't rust. Now, if you get the cheaper ones in the sun, it'll go brittle and it will break down. So, in saying that, my mum was getting rid of some Walt plastic toolboxes, and here it is. Now, this isn't exactly the way it's going to go on the ute. You've got two drawers there and got this top box here. Now, I went for this because, one, it's modular. Two, it's actually the size of it. If you look at it, sorry, I'll get it there. It's actually the same size, or if not, maybe a little bit bigger than my Plano 4-tray tackle box that I had. Now, the good thing about this is, like I said, it's modular. You can stack it, you can move it around. Excuse me. Bunnings of, all your good major tool shops have got them. So, good thing about this is this top one, this is the way I'm going to set it up, because these ones here, this one and this one, they're drawers. This one here, the top comes off. Yeah, the top lifts up, and inside, got a big spot. So I'm gonna get some smaller, little trays, like clear top trays, so to speak, closable trays, I should say, that I can put some more stuff in. And because this is smaller, a lot smaller than the gap that I'm going to put it on the ute, it means I can put one like that, and then I can put it on the side. So it's going to be a really good setup for me. So we got that, and like I said, the only metal components to this is the clips here. That'll be fine. But in here, look at that. Look at all that storage. And the bottom one is exactly the same too. Now, I was looking at the couple of brands that I've been looking at. Was Ryobi, DeWalt, Milwaukee, and AEG. Now, I briefly looked at Makita, but unfortunately they've only been in the market for a few months, so their range isn't as widespread as others, and it appears like most of their stuff is just custom made for their tools only. which is fine. So didn't really consider that. Milwaukee, they are more expensive. They are the most expensive, but their setup and the way the toolboxes, the pack out series, I think they're called, connect together is the best. There's really not you've got to really give them hell to get them apart. But for in the shops, what you would pay for these three here, for DeWalt, you're paying about $350, give or take. Depends on where you get them from. Milwaukee, you're paying just that alone for their equivalent size to this, and it's their equivalent is like a little bit bigger. And this is DeWalt's, the smaller one. You get the T-Stack, and then you've got their tough one, which is about the same price point, except, again, DeWalt is a lot cheaper. Now, the only problem I have with DeWalt is the way they hook up to each other. It's just on the side here. Now, if you'll notice, if something happens and that breaks off here, as opposed to what they're supposed to look like, there we go. So on the other side, it doesn't have those little bits. But that's fine. So you got that. And Ryobi, strangely enough, they are priced about what you would pay for a DeWalt, but their locking mechanism is better. But it's in between in between Milwaukee and DeWalt, but they're priced like a DeWalt. So that's actually probably a pretty good option for anyone else looking at doing this. And it was actually probably where I was going to go. It just so happened that, like I said, I knew about these from my mum. I bought them off her. So you could say, as one door closes, another door opens, or sometimes something can be a blessing in disguise. Now, yes, having a few $100s worth of fishing tackle stolen isn't exactly an excitable or a good moment for anyone, having it stolen off them. But what it has meant is that I now get to reorganise and do a completely different setup, which is going to be better for me, and it means that I'm going to get to have more stuff, and it's going to be more modular. So I can go to any hardware shop, any Bunnings, anything like that. And as you know, on part of this channel, when I do stuff, I like to be able to do it with stuff that is readily available. So the water tank on top of the ute, some of the setups I've done on my car, it's been made out of, your common reticulation, common plumbing parts that you can effectively build in the Bunnings car park. Now, is it the most efficient? You can go to a shop and you can get something that's the same capacity and a lot smaller space. That's great. But if something breaks, one, you've then got to wait for a replacement. And two, if you're in the middle of nowhere, good luck trying to get it. And even if you can, it could be a long time. And you may not be in that position to do so. So by going with common, readily available parts and equipment, and in this case, toolboxes, and not going a fish and tackle box that could cost you, a bit more somewhere else, or they may not even have it. I can now go to anywhere and buy a DeWalt T-Stack and do something completely different with it if I so wish. Or if something breaks from this, I can go to a Bunnings and they can have it shipped to me to that spot, and I can hang around that area. So, yeah, my recommendation is not so much DeWalt, but if you're going to go, I want to get a tackle box or anything like that, but I want it modular. I want it to be, I can do whatever I like with it, but I want to be able to get it anywhere possible. Then I would recommend going to a place like Bunnings or anywhere else, like your Sydney Tools, Total Tools, places like that, and get your stuff from there, because they're going to have a really good range. They're going to, if not, they'll be able to order stuff in, and it might take a couple of days. It's going to be a lot quicker to get it to you, instead of having to wait. It may not, you might go to a fishing shop, the one and only fishing shop in town, wherever you are, and they go, oh, sorry, we don't stock that, or, nah, sorry, we do stock that brand, but we can't get that one in, and you now have to pay through the nose for something that's either not exactly what you had before, or you have to pay double to get something, the next closest thing, which could be the 1 or 2 levels above. So yeah, go for this, and like again, plastic toolbox. Again, never will rust. Yeah. So hopefully in the next by Christmas, I think I should be able to have refilled it, back it up with my stuff, and I'll go through that again. What the stuff I'll put in here, my lures, my sinkers, hooks, the whole 9 yards. Excuse me, guys, me afternoon tea's come repeating back on me. So look, I hope everyone that's been watching this has gotten a good idea, or got some good ideas out of this. Yeah, and the good thing about this big top one is you can put your reels, you can put your bigger stuff in there as well, make it secure, and good thing about it, you can padlock it all. And half the time when people want to steal something off the back of your car, they're going to go for the easiest, quickest thing. So if this is secure, bolted down, yeah, if they've got a pair of bolt cutters, yeah, they might have a grinder or something, but that's going to make noise, it's going to take time. They're not going to go for that 9 times out of 10. They're going to go for something that they can lift straight away and bugger off with it, which is what happened to me. So, any questions that you would want, the way I'm going to have it set up, which is pretty much how it is now. The only difference is those drawers might be by themselves, and then this top bit, let's just get it off for the moment, and see if I can I have it set up dummy. I might end up having it sitting like that. So you can imagine this will be the back of the ute, where the back tailgate is, and then you'll have these on the side. Yeah, so again, being modular, I could do that, and I could decide to put something else on top as well. So it's a really good setup, really good way of doing it. More space, more room for tackle, which never a bad thing. So, alright guys, appreciate you watching. Sorry for waffling on a little bit, but sometimes I have a hard time articulating what I want to get out. Now I think I've done a couple of things to the bike as well, and I will show that's slightly different. Well, I wouldn't say I've had to change mirrors because it had a bit of a nap the other day. Got my foot caught and it fell over. But I'll just I'll do a quick video on that later, and hopefully, whoever, anyone here that watches the channel will look at it and go, that's pretty cool, or I haven't seen that before. It's just slightly different mirrors. And yeah, alright, thank you for watching. Thanks for listening to me waffle on a little bit, and hopefully everyone has a good day. See ya.